Welcome to a new episode of Minds of the Nile podcast, brought to you by Information and Decision Support Center. And we're always keen on hosting Egypt's brightest minds from different fields all across Egypt. And my guest today, from her exceptional talent and creativity, made a name for herself in the fashion industry, both nationally and internationally. I will ask her about how she managed to build a very successful brand in the fashion industry, how she thinks that fashion industry could foster the economy and promote the Egyptian culture. Please welcome my guest, Farida Temraz, Egypt's fashion ambassador and the founder of Temraz Haute Couture. Thank you so much for being our guest today.
I'm so honored to be here in this interview today, and thank you for the amazing introduction.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to have you today, and we are really keen in this show to empower successful women and talk more about their challenges and inspiring journey so we can inspire others. So first of all, if you can tell us briefly about Farida Temraz.
My name is Farida Temraz. I'm a fashion designer, founder and creative director of Temraz. Temraz is an international brand made in Egypt by Egyptians, and I started my brand with a mission to bring Egypt back to the global fashion map. And I worked so hard to do that, and I applied to all fashion weeks around the world when I started in 2012. And then I got accepted to London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. We received an award there, first place award among 15 international designers. That we got invited to Los Angeles Fashion Week, and then we went to New York Fashion Week 4 times. And we started dressing up celebrities at the Oscars, at the Emmys, at the Grammys, at the City Gala, at the Vanity Fair parties and all this. So Temraz, this when I call, really Temraz penetrated the international market. Temraz became everywhere, became known for the Hollywood celebrities, which is something that never happened by an Egyptian designer who is staying in Egypt. I chose to stay in my country and to do all this work. What I always say, it's from Egypt to the world, because Egypt is so rich with its culture and with its talents and with its beautiful sun and sky and with its weather. And I believe if all Egyptians work together hand in hand, really we will be the best country in the world.
Building a successful brand requires a deep understanding of fashion industry, economy, marketing, culture, and how to be adaptable to the new fashion trends. How you manage to create a successful brand, not only on a national level, but also on an international level?
My advice to all people, not just young designers, is to be professional, because professionalism is the key. If you employed your passion, what you love, and you added on it the professionalism, being very professional, like for example, delivering everything on time, making sure that the quality is amazing, the fit is amazing, the design is creative and new. You can't copy any. In the past 12, 13 years, I haven't copied a single design. And by doing so, I study my collection 4 years before I launch them, so that I don't get influenced by any design at the moment. So, and I always get inspired by nature, by concepts. My latest fashion show, we just came from Milan Fashion Week, and we were representing Egypt in Milan Fashion Week, and so as Paris before Milan Fashion Week. We did a collection called Rebirth, and it's basically for women empowerment. I did not get inspired by nature, but this time I was inspired by women. And I believe what I see lately in the past 2 or 3 years, women became so great, so hardworking, so amazing that they deserve a clap, honestly. They deserve this, they deserve, because it's very difficult, because a woman, she added on her agenda to be a successful woman. On that, she should be, maybe she's a sister, she's a mother, she's a wife, and women by nature are caregivers. So in order to do your job and be successful at it and be a caregiver to your family, you have responsibilities. So all this, I always say, no, women deserve to be empowered. So I created a collection called Rebirth at Milan Fashion Week, and it was all black. And it had pearls on it, because pearls is something under the sea, something that has so much value, and is our signature. Our signature material is always pearl. And I sent a message in Milan from Egypt saying to women, you are the heart of the collection, the light that shines through the darkness. And this is why I created it black, because women shine in the dark, regardless what she's wearing, but she will shine.
This is so inspiring, Farida, and that was actually my next question. What is the message you are trying to send through your designs? Because as you said, we come from a very rich culture and we have amazing history and heritage, and I think that our ancestors are the best designers in the whole world. So how are you always keen to promote for this Egyptian culture through your designs, through your masterpieces?
When I started and I said I'm a marketeer, and I'm also very systematic woman. I like to write everything down. I like to be organized. I like to have an action plan every day, a to-do list every day. When I started Temraz, I created a one-page business model. And my business model was, the most important concept in it was my passion. Because my passion will make my business model successful. What was my passion? Is my country. You can ask the people who've worked with me how much I love Egypt, because all my father, my grandfather, both of my grandfathers, we all worked serving our country. So it's something I think I was born with. So when I started, I said Temraz has a mission to bring Egypt back to the global fashion map. And thank God Temraz was able to do this with our international presence at the Oscars, Emmys, Grammys, City Gala, even in Festival de Cannes, even in Venice Film Festival, even in Sundance. All the best and the most famous red carpets, Temraz was on them. And as well, not just that, the fashion weeks. Temraz is the first Egyptian brand to do London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, receive an award in Paris Fashion Week, first place award, and then receive an award in New York Fashion Week, best female couture designer, and then Kuwait, Dubai, Copenhagen, Amsterdam. This is being global. In order to do that, you need to be consistent. I always say 3 C's: consistency, continuity, concentration. All the people who knows me, I'm very academic too, so I always like to specify things into words. So consistency, concentration, continuity. I'm so proud that I'm sitting here today in front of you after 12 years of work, and consistency is the key, professionalism. The teamwork is very important. I'm blessed to have such an amazing team. When I started, I was a one-woman show, but now I thank God that I have this amazing qualified team. How I did it, basically, when I went to New York Fashion Week, after it was my 4th fashion show. When I went to New York Fashion Week, I said I'm gonna create a collection inspired by the Egyptian culture, because the pharaohs are the origins of civilization. They are the ones who invented the blusher. They are the ones who invented the nose job. They are the ones who invented fashion, the plissé. In the haute couture, we have something called plissé, the pleats, the Cleopatra and Nefertiti and all this. And there are royal colors like the turquoise, the purple. For every occasion, there was a color. So basically, fashion was invented by Egyptians. So how come we leave it to the world? We have to own it back again.
This is really inspiring. Your passion for fashion, your love for this country is amazing. And I'm sure that you have faced several challenges as a young female entrepreneur. So what was these challenges and how you managed to overcome them?
The fashion industry, everywhere in the world, it's full of challenges. Imagine developing a fashion industry in a country that haven't worked on this industry for a very long time. So it's like planting the seeds. You have to dig very deep in the soil to make it there, to have the plant grow. So I started concentrating about everything, checking if we went to fashion weeks, what is needed from Egypt to support, and actually the government started to work a lot with not just me, with all the Egyptian designers. And I can see it, especially the good ones, the professional ones. And they're giving all of us an amazing opportunity to flourish and to grow. So I've worked I've been in the industry now for 12 years. Since I started, I'm working with my country, hand in hand. And I couldn't believe the day when I got a call from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and that they want to give a recognition for me as the first Egyptian fashion ambassador. This means hard work truly pays off. So it's basically, you need to work hard. You need to there's a lot of challenges, but this is not an interview to tell the people about the challenges. All the work has challenges. Your work has challenges. The person behind the camera has challenges. Everyone, all my team have everyday challenges. But it's not about having the challenge. It's about fighting the challenge. You have to find a way. How to go and participate in international fashion weeks is a challenge. How to perfect my cut is a challenge. How to get fabrics no one saw before is a challenge. How to be creative and make the people outside say about the first Egyptian brand, wow, that's a challenge. How to make them remember you, it's a challenge. How to make them invite you, it's a challenge. How to make a celebrity trust you, a Hollywood celebrity who has been wearing brands for 40 and 50 years, like big brands, Chanel, Versace, and now she's wearing the Egyptian brand Temraz. That's a challenge. All these are challenges, and there is a sea of challenges. But it's not about the challenge. It's about fighting the challenge. It's about looking at the obstacle and smiling at it.
I'm so impressed with this passion. I'm so impressed with this love to your country, with this love to your passion and your goals and your aims. And you see where do you want to go and how you want to go it, and you don't care any about the challenges you might face. This passion in your eyes is really inspiring, and you're a real important role model for all young Egyptians, not only in the fashion industry, but in different industries and in different fields, who really want to bring their efforts and their love and their passion and their work to serve this country. So that's the end of part one of this episode, but not the end of our conversation, because we still need to know more from you. I still need to hear from you more about the initiatives by the government to support the young and different fashion designers, and how can we support the national brands and the identity of the national brand to regain its position again in the international market. I'm really keen to know more about your corporate responsibility role and how you support the economy, and all this will be part of the next part of this episode from Minds of the Nile with fashion designer and lead and owner of Temraz Haute Couture. Please stay tuned for our next episode.